We begin our look at sports with a Globetrotter that is making a difference on and off the basketball court. Harlem Globetrotter Maxwell Pierce will make his professional artistic debut during Miami Art Week. His inaugural exhibition, The Art of an Athlete, showcases how athletes have used their platforms and celebrity to raise awareness. Pierce describes the collection as a multi-generational look at different forms of protest through mixed athletic materials. We featured Max right here many times on BronxNet, including during the pandemic, where he joined us to share a difficult story of two news anchors in Alabama that threw fruit at him during a TV interview. While Globetrotters are known for their sportsmanship and fun antics, Pierce noted the racist history of throwing bananas and fruit at black athletes. Propelled by that deeply inappropriate live interview in 2020, Pierce channeled the extreme backlash and racist messages he received into an artistic celebration of athletes' abilities to define their own realities beyond their careers in sports. The local product utilizes his off seasons from the Globetrotters to create mixed media sculptures that are both historical and contemporary through inspirations like Wilma Rudolph and Serena Williams. The Art of an Athlete exhibit is available for public viewing in Miami this week. I'm sure it will make its way home to New York soon, too. Pierce is also the focus of our Turn Back the Clock segment this morning. His career took off back in 2018 when he was a semifinalist in the 2018 ESPN College Slam Dunk Championship. Shortly after, he became the first Division III basketball player to be fully featured in two video games, NBA 2K and NBA Live, before carving out a career with the Globetrotters. In 2020, he was an honorable mention nominee for the Can't Stop Watching Moment of the Year ESPYs Award. His social presence has led to viral videos featured by CNN, GQ, CBS, Bleacher Report, SportsCenter, and more. But we had him here first, right here on Open, before anyone else. Roll.
The fans of the Bronx, New York City, and all across the country have spoken, and Tuckahoe, New York's Max Pierce is the winner of the Dark Horse Dunker. He's heading to the State Farm Slam Dunk Championships in San Antonio, Texas next week, and he joins us on the show. Max, thank you so much for taking the time. So excited for you. A standout at Purchase College in Purchase, New York. How does this feel? Talk about the experience and what you're looking forward to.
It feels great. It was kind of eye-opening to see the network of support that I really had. I didn't think it runs that deep. And, I'm proud of everyone that, stepped out and pretty much shared the link and helped vote when I didn't think they were going to do that. Now it's time to prepare and just try to do my best to represent everyone that supported.
Right now on the show, we wanted to take a quick pause in the action to check out this video of Max and some of the stuff that he can do with a basketball in hand. This is as big as it gets for Purchase College, a state university of New York school, to be on the national stage on ESPN2 Live, to have a representative again amongst all of these other Division I guys.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that. I've been trying to do that for about a week now, almost a week. But I'm excited because, again, this has been my dream. And, now that it's coming true, it's not time to shy away from it. And, I want to try and get a win for everyone.
Making a difference on the hardwood was something Tom Konchalski did for more than 40 years. Konchalski was a fixture in gyms, summer camps, and tournaments from Maine to West Virginia, a soft-spoken high school basketball scout whose newsletter was required reading for college coaches around the nation. He showed an ability to forecast the future of NBA players and New Yorkers like Kyrie Irving and Kenny Anderson, but his focus was primarily on creating opportunities for high school players at all levels of college basketball. Konchalski passed away sadly in a hospice care in the Bronx in 2021 at the age of 74. The Fordham alum's legacy will now forever be honored with the Tom Konchalski Classic. The Rams did a fine job honoring that legacy, capping the Classic with a 71-60 win over Stonehill in the final game of the 2022 edition, the first one ever. With the win, Fordham improved to 5-1 and went 3-0. In the Konchalski Classic, Darius Quisenberry was named the Tom Konchalski Classic Jim O'Connell Most Outstanding Player. The MOP award is named for the former Fordham Sports Information Director, the late Jim O'Connell. Here's more from Rose Hill.
We really care about each other. That's the biggest thing. If you care about each other off the court, it'll show on the court. And I think we don't care who scores the points. We don't care who gets the assists. We're just trying to win. And I think that's shown on the court. That's why we're having some success early this season. But I think our chemistry is really the biggest piece. I feel like they were kind of playing offense, kind of playing back a little bit, trying to pack it in on the defensive end. It was on the scout, so I think that's their defense. And then they went in zone. So we kind of got stagnant and started shooting a little too much sometimes. But once we started driving the ball in the paint and finding people down low, that's when we started finding our success in that zone.
We'll transition here to the NBA hardwood. The Brooklyn Nets led by 12 in the first quarter, 65-57 at halftime, and by 6 entering the fourth in a game that was wildly encouraging until it wasn't against the Indiana Pacers. The Nets collapsed and unraveled in the fourth, falling 128-117 in a loss to the Pacers. In the process, Brooklyn again failed to reach the 500 mark, which they have not seen since they were 1-1 this season. We go back inside the locker room. Here's KD.
I think we're a connected group. I mean, you're not gonna be able to play a mistake-free game. You know what I'm saying? I think we're a connected group. Every night we getting over 25, 26 assists. We playing solid defense. You know, we connected. You gotta give credit to the other team though. They play a good brand of basketball. They move the ball. They got quick shooters. You know, but I wouldn't say we're you know, everybody's on different pages. I feel like we're all on the same page as a group. We just didn't get the win. Only gave up 5 offensive rebounds. We had 27 assists. I feel like the third quarter, I lost the game. I missed so many easy shots, open shots. And if I'd have made them shots, we'd have been up. We had more of a cushion going to the fourth. And, you know, we can take a little 11-2 run to start the fourth if I make some of them shots in the third. So that's pretty much the game.
Rough one for the Nets and a rough one for the G-men on the NFL gridiron on Thanksgiving Day. Giants lose to divisional rival Dallas 28-20 on Thanksgiving. The G-men have fought as hard as they could with surprising results all season long and even had a halftime lead on Turkey Day. But Cowboys signal caller Dak Prescott threw for 261 yards and 2 touchdowns, rallying Dallas to victory. With Dak at quarterback, the Giants haven't beaten Dallas in 6 years. Here's more in our Giants report.
We weren't good enough on third down. Obviously, that was a huge part of it. We got to convert more of those. I think we were 2 for 10 on the game, so got to get better there and got to be able to convert third downs to sustain drives. So I think that was part of it.
I mean, you never really can I know outside looking in, you point to one play and you that could be the play. I try to stay away from that mindset, but when it's your play and you're the one who drop it, obviously it sticks in your head a little longer. But we still had opportunity to go down and make some more plays, and there's so many more plays throughout the game that we didn't capitalize on too. So I got to capitalize on that, but I got to continue to do better in other situations too for a team.
On the ice, the Edmonton Oilers completed a monumental comeback at Madison Square Garden on the holiday weekend, erasing a 3-goal deficit in the third period to earn a 4-3 victory over the New York Rangers in the final game of their 3-game New York road trip that started with 2 defeats. Here's more with the Rangers.
I thought we played a great 2 periods, exactly the way we wanted to play, and then we come out in the third period and get careless, sloppy a little bit. And again, we always talk about putting pucks behind the defensemen and making them play in their own zone. And when we turn pucks over there, they end up in the back of the net. They get momentum. We play too much time in the D zone, and that's what happens. There's a lot of guys responsible. It's a team collapse. It's not one guy. Or sure, the penalties are. You're disappointed with those penalties, but it's a group of guys that got to get. That can't happen. You're playing the 2 best players in the world, and we sit back and watch them. Dominate that third period.
Those are the headlines to the C-list for an ode to Revis Island. Revis Island made one MetLife Stadium drive its permanent address when Darrelle Revis was inducted into the Jets Ring of Honor at halftime. Next stop for him, Canton, Ohio. Rivas retired in 2018 after playing with the Jets, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Kansas City Chiefs, and the New England Patriots, and became eligible for election to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2023. In his first year of eligibility, Rivas was named one of 28 semifinalists. The list will be reduced to 15 finalists before the selection committee convenes again on January 17, 2023, to select 5 inductees. The Pittsburgh native played 8 of his 11 NFL seasons from 2007 to 2018 with the Jets and is one of the greatest to ever wear the green and white, one of the greatest to ever play, period. He was the Jets' top pick in 2007 from the University of Pittsburgh and quickly became the best cornerback in the league. 7-time Pro Bowler and 4-time first-team All-Pro is best known for rendering some of the league's best receivers non-factors during games while covering them one-on-one, hence Rivas Island. With the Jets, Rivas had 25 regular season interceptions and 10 fumble recoveries, in addition to 112 pass defenses and 388 total tackles. He was a 3-time first-team All-Pro and a 5-time Pro Bowler and was voted by the Jets the MVP by his teammates twice in 2009 and in 2011. It's just a matter of when for the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C.